So today I'm bringing you another Oprah Winfrey controversy. I don't know why they keep calling her name in subject matters like this. Are they intentionally trying to ruin her reputation? I don't know. But this one is titled Cindy Crawford Warning About Oprah Winfrey to Upcoming Models. Raises questions already, but let's check it out.
Calling her out over an old interview. So in it, Oprah asked Cindy, who was 20 at the time, to show off her body.
Did she always have this body? This is unbelievable.
Is it fair to criticize these old interviews in your opinion?
Absolutely not.
Did she always have this body? Stand up just a moment. Now this is what I call a bod.
I was like the chattel or a child, like be seen and not heard. When you look at it through today's eyes, when Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body, like show us why you're worthy of being here.
Oprah quietly deletes controversial Cindy Crawford interview from her YouTube after supermodel called her out for treating her like chattel.
In the moment, I didn't recognize it, only when I look back at it and I was like, oh my gosh.
Supermodel Cindy Crawford, one of the biggest names in the fashion industry, recently opened up about her experiences with exploitation during her early days in the modeling world. It's a story that sheds light on the darker side of the fashion industry. Cindy Crawford looks back on a different time, when she was just starting her modeling career and appeared for the first time on The Oprah Winfrey Show. The 57-year-old supermodel has accused Oprah of allegedly exploiting her when she was young. In an interview, Cindy Crawford talks about her beginnings as a young model. She started her career at just 17, and as glamorous as it may sound, she reveals that it wasn't all glitz and glamour. In the latest Apple TV Plus docuseries, The Supermodels, the iconic supermodel Cindy Crawford, aged 57, shared a story from
She still looks very good at 57.
early days. Alongside fellow supermodels Naomi Campbell, Linda Evangelista, and Christy Turlington, she reflects on their rise to prominence in the fashion world. But before Cindy became a household name, she introduced herself to the nation during her debut on The Oprah Winfrey Show. She was joined by her elite modeling agency representative, John Casablancas. Undoubtedly, Cindy Crawford, often hailed as one of the most iconic supermodels of all time, exudes timeless beauty and unparalleled grace. She effortlessly embodies the essence of a true fashion legend. Crawford's illustrious career, spanning decades, has left an indelible mark on the fashion industry and has inspired countless individuals worldwide. Recently, she specifically reflected on her initial appearance on Winfrey's daytime talk show in 1986. Upon revisiting the episode in which she interacted with the host, Oprah Winfrey, who was then in her early 30s, Crawford shares that her recollection of the encounter is not exactly positive. This has sparked controversies surrounding Oprah, raising questions about her women empowerment programs.
Oprah Winfrey was just exposed for trying to evade accountability and being rather shady. Oprah quietly deletes controversial Cindy Crawford interview from her YouTube after supermodel called her out for treating her like chattel by telling her to flaunt her body on air to prove she was worthy of fame.
In a sneak peek from the documentary,
What has Oprah said about these things? A lot of controversy and accusations in recent times, even the Maui fire. Has she said anything about it, or somebody from her team, her PR, anybody? I haven't heard any.
Oprah introduces the young and stunning model with a question. Did she always have this body? Stand up just a moment. Now this is what I call a body. Cindy smiled nervously as she stood up, letting the audience and viewers at home see her elegant figure.
Always have this body? Stand up just a moment. Now this is what I call a bod.
In the new Apple TV Plus documentary series, Cindy shares a cringe-worthy moment. She opens up about how she felt objectified by Oprah during that time. When looking back on that moment, Cindy confessed, "I was like the chattel or a child, be seen and not heard." When you look at it through today's eyes, Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body. Show us why you're worthy of being here.
I was like the chattel
Of mental stability.
or a child, like be seen and not heard. When you look at it through today's eyes, when Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body, like show us why you're worthy of being here.
The mother of two further said, "In the moment I didn't recognize it, and watching it back I was like, oh my gosh, that was so not okay, really?" Especially from Oprah. However, here's the real twist to the story. The clip was up on Oprah's YouTube channel until Tuesday evening, just hours before the documentary was released. The video suddenly went from public to private on Oprah Winfrey Network's YouTube page, even though it had been viewable for the past 3 years. A news source revealed that they posted a link to a video in their first article and then in a follow-up. They hint that it might be a clip from the the interview, but it's still a bit unclear. When you click the link, though, it leads to a video that the platform describes as unavailable and set to private. What is going on here? Does Oprah know that Cindy Crawford is allegedly going to expose Oprah? The removal of the original video has many people raising their eyebrows of speculation and seeking answers to their questions. Due to Oprah's past controversies, many people believe that it's true Oprah has been in shady businesses in Hollywood. With many celebrities and models speaking about and against Oprah, it has put her into deep trouble.
You don't trust Oprah? Oprah's a fucking slave trader, guys. You shouldn't trust Oprah. Oprah is a slave trader.
What?
Oprah is a slave trader. Let that sink in. It's 100% true.
In another part of the clip,
wait, 100% true. Like, that's a big... Let's not use words like that if you're not sure. Slave trader? Has she been arrested or accused, or how did you come up with that theory?
Oprah is a slave trader. Oprah is a slave trader. Let that sink in. It's 100% true.
In another part of the clip, Oprah asks several questions to John, who is speaking on behalf of Cindy. When Oprah asked him if the agency had to give the model any training period, he answered, "She's getting a sense, and I'm saying it now on this program. If she wants to, she can be #1 in the business." John's prediction really hit the bullseye. In the docuseries, Cindy showed us just how tough her early career days were. As people always say, with fame and wealth come real struggle. Cindy's story certainly portrays that part well. She spilled the beans about how she was often pushed to her limits, working long hours and facing situations that left her feeling exploited. She was expected to conform to specific beauty standards, which sometimes meant sacrificing her well-being in her hunger battles. She confessed that she'd sometimes collapse from exhaustion during those super demanding photo shoots. She said, "I was 20 years old. I had dropped out of college to model in Chicago, and it was great. I was making $1,000 a day. The main business there was the catalog. There was one main photographer, Victor Skrybneski, and he was the big fish in a little pond. Victor was definitely a mentor in the fashion industry. When Victor said, 'Don't move,' you didn't move. I passed out there more than once. Especially right before lunch, you pass out and you would faint. And then they would prop you back up and you would do it all over again." So, it seems like Cindy didn't only grow in her career because of her charming looks and figure, but also because of her passion and hard work. Although it's now just Cindy who was objectified, numerous other models have been facing racism in the modeling industry as well. This raised eyebrows about the folks working in the industry and shed light on how they treat the models. However, Oprah tackled the topic of body image during a conversation about weight issues, which was featured on Oprah Daily.
Shame, right? Every single
And she talked about how people would body shame you and treat you differently based on your weight.
This afternoon on Oprah Daily.
This is a world that has shamed people for being overweight forever, you know, and all of us who've lived it know that people treat you differently. They just do. I get treated differently if I'm 200 plus pounds versus under 200 pounds.
Despite Cindy's remarks, she maintains a friendly relationship with Oprah. She has appeared on Oprah's show 10 times and was featured as a guest on Oprah's Masterclass.
Oh, then she didn't mean it as offensive. She was just sharing some concerns. That makes sense.
The supermodel even attended Oprah's star-studded 69th birthday celebration. Some folks believe it was okay for Oprah to have Cindy stand up on the show with everyone looking at her because she's a model. They also think it was a good thing for Cindy because at that time she was just beginning her modeling career, and Oprah singling her out helped boost her in the modeling world. But others feel that Oprah might be treating young girls as objects and exploiting them. Many folks wonder why Cindy waited 37 years to talk about this issue when she could have spoken up earlier. A user commented, "Cindy is correct. Yeah, it's 1986, but it's still super cringe nonetheless. The whole idea of some old white guy discovering a teenage girl is so ludicrous, and of course a teenage girl has a beautiful body. Cindy was stop traffic gorgeous, an iconic supermodel, yet the whole model industry is exploitative. AAF, especially back in the 80s and 90s. Another user said, "I'm sure Cindy felt that way, but holy cow, this was 37 years ago. Times were different then. You can't compare the world today and the awareness we have now to 1986. Plus, Cindy was a supermodel. She was in an industry that objectified women. She put herself in that place. It would be a completely different story if the Oprah today said that. Cindy can speak about not objectifying women today, but she needs to put this Oprah incident behind her. Please, this was like a Harvey Weinstein incident. This story is so cringe, not Oprah. Who deserves to be held responsible for something that was said 40 years ago? I applaud the work that Oprah has done to help women become their best. If this really bothers Cindy, then why say say it on Apple TV. Oprah draws high ratings. Why not call Oprah personally and speak to her about it?
Very good
Cindy's
point.
story reminds us that the fashion industry, like many others, has its dark side. Despite the challenges, Cindy Crawford persevered and became an iconic figure in the fashion world. Her journey is inspiring.
Okay, I think that was enough. Let me know what you think about that. I think times were definitely different. Even when I was growing up, I mean, I wasn't born at that time, but when I was growing up, I think you could have said something like that. I had my vice principal in school, which is my best friend till date. But she used to say some things to me that if she said it right now, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at her because she's still like my best friend, like my older friend. But if she says it right now, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know if you guys get what I mean. So times were definitely different. And I don't know, actually. And also, she should have called Oprah directly. If they are friends, if she was attending the celebrations with Oprah, you can just call and discuss. And I don't think Oprah did a bad thing. I don't think her intentions were bad. I think she was trying to actually promote the model. You know, imagine you're a brand CEO. People consider as perverted, but as a brand CEO and you're looking for a good model, and Oprah is like, oh, you're a model, stand up, let's see you. The brand CEO probably might see what they want for a product. I don't know. I don't know how they choose models. I'm not in the modeling industry. But let me know what you think. If there's anything you want to add, correct, or critique, feel free to do so. With that being said, it's the end of this video. Smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.